Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome to my channel. My name is Janessa-Belle. If you are new here, if you are not new, welcome back, my beautiful baddies and my daddies. In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys ways to stay consistent because I realize that I always tell you guys to stay consistent, but I never told you how I personally stay consistent or how I've taught myself to stay consistent, because there was a time when I was not consistent and I didn't want to be. I'm I have procrastination problems, and I swear it will be the death of me. But um realistically, I have found certain like little tips, tricks, little things that actually do help me stay consistent, because I know in the end that it is worth it, which I'm going to get into. So I have everything on this backup, my old iPhone that I have. So if you see me looking down or referring to the phone, I'm looking at my notes, because girl, you know I always have to have notes. Because if not, I'll go off on a tangent. Okay, so let's just get right into this. Also, I wanted to thank the person that inspired me to do this video, Reem, my tarot client. Thank you so much for telling me that you wanted me to do more content like this. I really appreciate it. I love when people tell me what they prefer to see and what they prefer not to see on my channel. So I just wanted to give a shout out. Thank you for that. I'll probably put a picture or something, or like shout your Instagram out or whatever. I don't know. So ways to stay consistent. Number one is discipline. Learn to take accountability for your actions and learn what you desire to achieve. Then learn what you'll need to do to achieve it and stay focused and disciplined on it. So I'm going to break this down a little bit. Learn to take accountability for your choices and your actions. Staying disciplined is something that consistency goes hand in hand with. If you're not consistent, it's probably because you're not disciplined within yourself. And as some of us, not all of us, because some people that watch my channel are already adults, but some of us are growing into adulthood, and we still have habits from our teenage years or from our late teenage years, or we have habits from other people that we've picked up over time. So it is your job to be accountable for those. Like how I said that I procrastinate. I know I wasn't always a procrastinator, but I grew into that trait because that's how I was raised around somebody that does procrastinate. So my mind kind of makes excuses for myself so I don't have to do it right when I really want to. But the thing with being consistent is you have to teach yourself to be disciplined. So what is even discipline? um, Learning what you desire to achieve and learning what you really want is something that is going to help you be able to stay disciplined. So let's take working out, for example. Let's say you want to gain, right? So you would have to be dedicated to gaining weight, gaining muscle, gaining mass. And that, that takes time. It takes consistency. It takes discipline. So how would you even go about doing that? Or, what's another? I don't need another example. That one was good. But when you learn what you want, so let's say that you wanted to gain 30 pounds. Of muscle. Let's just put that out there. It might sound kind of crazy, but let's say that that is your overall goal for your health, or for working out, that you want to gain 30 pounds. So once you have that idea of, okay, I want to gain 30 pounds, so this is what I'm working towards, you then have to do, you might have to study a little bit. You might have to ask other people that do know what they're doing when they're working out to help you, or to gain the knowledge that you need so that you can do what it is you have to do. So the consistency part is the hardest part of the whole thing, because there are going to be days where you don't feel like doing it. There are going to be days where you think it's stupid, where you don't think that it's worth it, or you think that you could do something else better, or whatever your excuse in your head is. If you have an ultimate goal, you have to be able to stay focused on meeting that goal. You have to really want to meet that goal. You can't just, oh yeah, I want to do this one day, and then the next day it's like, yeah, I don't care about this anymore. No, it's your goal. You want to do this. You know that you're able to do this. Can I tell you guys something? Humans are so incredible. Our bodies and our minds can do things that we would never even think is possible. So I just want you to keep that in mind, that the unexpected can happen. I said this yesterday to a few people. The unexpected can and will happen. You have to train not only your body, but your mind to react to certain things. And this is where discipline comes in. If you like, maybe one day you don't want to work out and you're like, I'm just not feeling it. I'm feeling lazy. I don't want to do anything. There are times when being lazy is okay. But if you're just starting out, you have to be able to hold yourself accountable for doing what you said you were going to do. And this doesn't have to do with anything else. And I think that's the hardest part about this whole thing, is that you can't rely on anybody else to help you or save you or get you to that position where you want to get to, because there's a whole bunch of different things. Maybe it's at work, you want a new position, or maybe you want to achieve a goal of making this much money, or whatever your goal is. You have to hold yourself accountable to it, because nobody else is going to do that for you. That's something that I've learned as I'm coming into adulthood. Like, yeah, people will ask you, like, oh, how is this going? How's that going? But nobody's going to hold you accountable for your actions except for you. So you have to learn to be disciplined with yourself. And this also goes hand in hand with giving yourself grace periods, which is the second topic of this video, is giving yourself grace periods. Because like I said, there are going to be days where it's just you're not meant to do these things, or you're not meant to take this much action. But like I said, you have to learn your habits, your body, your mind. Because if you have habits of procrastination, or if you have habits of beating yourself up over small things, it's going to be very difficult for you to achieve your goals. You have to understand, or you should be willing to be open to understanding that this universe is endless. It's ever abundant. There's endless amounts of everything that you could ever imagine on this planet and in this whole universe that we live in. On top of that, anything that you think is impossible is not impossible. So let's just take a second. Like, you are definitely allowed to rest. You're allowed to have grace periods. You're allowed to celebrate your accomplishments. You should celebrate your accomplishments. And just because you don't reach that big goal that you're wanting to reach, there are little goals that you should be setting in between those big goals, so you can better understand the steps that you need to take to get there. Now, I want to give you guys a reminder that not everything is going to go exactly the way that you think it will. A lot of times it doesn't go at all how you think it would, but as long as you have a plan and a goal in your mind of what you want to do or how you want things to play out, it will go in that direction. And as long as you stay focused, don't let people detour you, distract you, because people will do that. People will gladly, if they see you doing something that they could never do, or that they want to do, that they just don't allow themselves to, they will try to distract you. They will try to make fun of you. They will say all of these things to other people about you. Don't pay attention to anything that anybody else is doing. Mind your business, drink your water, and do what you need to do to get to where you need to go. It sounds easier said than done, but I promise you, once you get into the habit, I think that's what a lot of this video is going to be about, is just your habits. Because the only problem with staying consistent is your habits, because you're so used to doing other things. Like, for example, I'm going to take myself for example, because I just got out of doing this, this habit. So when I get home from work, it's usually 5:30 or 6, depending on when my shift ends that day, whatever. So regardless, I come home, I smoke, and I start playing video games right away, because I'm like, this is my enclosure time. But then I realized, what if instead of playing video games, I picked up a new habit of reading a book for 30 minutes and then play video games, or working out for 30 minutes if I didn't get to it in the morning, and then playing video games. So you're kind of being your own parent. You have to realize your own habits and where you want to change your habits, because you don't have to change all of your habits. Sometimes it's good to play video games and decompress and play with your friends and connect with your friends and go out and do fun stuff like that. But you also have to realize when it is time to take action for going after what it is you want. Like for me, I wanted to learn more about psychology. That's why I started reading for 30 minutes after work every day. Like I said, if I didn't get to it in the morning. But if I want to learn something specific about psychology, who is going to teach me besides myself? I don't have a teacher. I don't go to school. I'm not picking up a college course for $50,000 a fucking year to study psychology. Fuck you. I'm going to learn by myself. So that's, you have to, like I said, learn your habits, give yourself celebration periods, give yourself credit, and let yourself rest, because we do a lot on this planet. Even if you feel like you're not doing a lot, I feel like we're doing more than a lot of other people. If you're my age or even if you're older, I feel like anyone who watches my channel, you guys are you're a go-getter. You're go-getters, and you don't settle for anything less than what it is that you want. And if you do settle, it makes you very unhappy. So when I tell you guys that you can give yourself rest periods, it doesn't have to be rigorous. It's not supposed to be a rigorous process. It's just getting out of your old habits and stepping into your new ones. That requires discipline. You have to be able to tell your body, this is what we're going to do right now. I'm not taking any of this, oh, I don't want to do it. Nope, I'm going to get it done. And then after that, I'm free to do whatever it is that I want. You have to take it step by step, slowly but surely. Because I feel like people get overwhelmed when you set goals. This is why I only set 3 major goals every year, because within those 3 major goals that I set, there's independent little ones in each of the 3. So in each 3 goals, I have little goals to meet. So yeah, you need to be able to take a rest period for yourself. Take a self-care day, get your nails done, get your feet done, get a massage, do whatever fits into your self-care. Do you understand what I'm saying? Rest, take a nap, eat junk food all day, watch TV, decompress, whatever you have to do to feel like you're recharging yourself. And everybody's different, you know what I mean? For me personally, when I feel overstimulated with my goals, or if I feel like I'm not staying consistent enough with what I'm doing, I allow myself to sit and ponder. Literally, I just sit and think about why I don't feel like doing this right now, or I sit and ponder what the outcome could be if I do actually take action and stop putting it aside. You know what I mean? So it takes time to get used to you acting on the things that you want, because it can be scary, it can be overwhelming, if you have anxiety, you'll probably get anxiety through this process a little bit, but it is worth it in the end when you show yourself that you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to. That's the best part. The next one is number 3, get people involved if you want to, of course. If you have others that are on the same path or similar as you, make it fun. Make it a game or a contest. Help each other grow. So this, I've only done this once, and I would say that it worked. It does definitely work when you have other people around you to kind of uplift and support you through what you're doing, even if you guys aren't necessarily on the same wavelength or on the same path. Like, I'm going to take me and my friend Aiden as an example, because I love Aiden and he supports me through everything. So we're going to go with that as an example. So my friend Aiden is from the UK, and he's a content creator. He has over 100K followers on TikTok. He makes money from TikTok now. And when I first got into content creating, I didn't know what the guy was doing. I had no idea. I was just guessing and checking and trial and error, and I'm still kind of doing that now, but I'm getting more into the groove of it. But Aiden helped me stay consistent without him even knowing it, because he is a content creator, and because I found someone that is interested in actually achieving what it is that I want to eventually achieve. I allowed him to give me tips, advice, help. He's given me content ideas. He's always been supportive of me, and as I am him for his content, and etc. So when you have people, and that was just an example, when you have people around you that understand what you're trying to do, and they actually do support you, and it's not coming from a place of envy and jealousy. Let me give you guys a little tidbit with people. Something I've noticed, and this is psychology. When you have somebody that is envious or jealous of what you're doing, not only are they taking away from their blessings in their life and what they could be achieving, but a majority of their focus is shift on you because you're doing something that they wish that they could do or they want to do. And that's so silly because you could do whatever you want. We have free will. Anybody could do whatever. Like, sometimes it doesn't make any sense, but I'm just letting you guys know. If you have people that actually support you and love you, they won't be jealous of you. They won't be envious of what you're doing because they'll be so focused on themselves and what they have to do and staying consistent with themselves that they won't want to get too involved in what you're doing. And that's going to go the same way for you. You're not going to be too involved. You're not going to be too jealous. You're not going to be too envious of what they have going on because you're on your own journey. And you understand that whatever's possible for them or whatever's possible for anybody else out there is 100% possible for you. Does that make any sense? So like I said, having people around you that support you, and even if they're not interested in the same things as you, just having somebody to occasionally hold yourself to what you were saying, like, hey, did you get that video out? Or, hey, did you post this? Hey, have you started doing this on your channel? Or have you started doing this and this to improve yourself? Like, having people that check up on you is very helpful because it gives you a sort of accountability of, oh my gosh, I didn't do that. I wish I would have remembered to do that. Or, oh my gosh, I wish I would have put more effort into this. I wish I would have da-da-da. So it gives you some space to think about how to improve yourself, and if this is something that whatever it is that you're working towards is something that is actually worth it. Okay, vision boards, screensavers, gentle, subtle reminders to show you what you're working towards and working for. Okay, so vision boards and screensavers, gentle reminders. I personally don't have a vision board. I have everything to make it, but I just haven't made it yet. I instead usually use my screensavers for my phone. I found that this is a great way to have a vision board without actually having to go out and make one, because we look at our phones all day, every day. Not even joking. And I didn't even ponder this as a fact until I actually started doing it and things actually started manifesting for me. When you look at, it's scientifically proven, when you look at something every day, when you visualize something in your head, you see it in your mind's eye, that propels that kind of energy to come back to you. When you are able to sit down and meditate, and this goes into the fifth thing as well, and visualize what it is that you desire, all of the millionaires that I've fucking talked to recently and all of the people that have accomplished the things that they want, they will tell you that visualization is one of the first things that they would do. It's one of the only things that you could do, especially if you don't have anything to start with. If you have nothing but a vision, you'll get there. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why the vision board's so important. If you want to work towards like maybe going on a yacht party, then fucking put a picture of a yacht on your phone every day. So when you wake up, you can look at it and you could feel what it feels like not to not have a yacht, but what it feels like to be on a yacht, to be around people that have the money to have their own yacht. You have to be able to put yourself, and this comes with manifestation as well. I mentioned this in my manifestation video. You have to put yourself in the position in your mind when you meditate to visualize yourself. Like we can do it right now. Like, look, shut your eyes, close your eyes. Take one deep breath with me. If you don't want to do this, you can skip. But for the people that do want to do this, take 3 deep breaths. And out. Close your eyes. Feel the air, fresh air filling your lungs. One more time. And out. Now in your mind's eye, I want you to picture yourself as the most successful, abundant version of you. The you that accomplishes all of their goals. The you that's disciplined. The you that is not afraid of success or failure. What does that feel like to you? To have everything that you want, to accomplish all the things that you want subtly. What does that feel like to you? How happy does it make you? When you're ready, you can open your eyes. I just wanted to do a short little meditation with you guys because the same person that recommended this video texted me and was talking about how they liked my visualization meditation that I did with them and how it actually helped them harness the earth's core energy and how they felt that. So I figured I would help you guys with that. So just meditating for 5 to 10 minutes every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. Visualizing what it is that you want, feeling what it is that you desire to feel, because whatever you want out there, outwardly, you already have in here. Your soul does not need any of these materialistic things. Your soul does not need a bed or a house or a fancy car or fancy clothes. That's your person. That's your ego. And your ego is allowed to have that kind of stuff. We deserve that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? When we do the work. So I feel like it is necessary to be able to sit with yourself and actually ask yourself, if you don't know what it is that you want, or if you don't know what it is that your future looks like, you are the only person that is going to be able to determine what your future looks like. You're the only person. And if you believe in destiny, that's fine. But I'm here to tell you that you have to take the reins of your life. You can't control everything. I'm sorry, but you can't. But you can control what you can control, and that is yourself. And yourself can control a lot more than you know without having to control it. You know what I mean? It all starts from here. Your head produces everything that you see outside of you. Some people think that, and this is going off topic a little bit, but I just wanted to share this. Some people have a theory that, you know, we're in a simulation, or this world is like a matrix. And I'm here to tell you guys, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I think about it almost as a dream. It's just a dream. And if you've ever been able to lucid dream and you've been able to be conscious in your dream and control your dream, you realize that what you're doing is coming from the subtle subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is a video I'm also going to be doing soon, coming up here on this channel. It was also recommended to me to do that, so I'm going to go into that a little more for you guys in the next video probably. But just for talking now about this, achieving your goals it's a journey, okay? And I want you guys to realize that. I don't want you guys to focus on just the end goal. I will say this all day. Your end goal is your end goal, and that's great, but you need to be able to have fun at the in-between times. You're going to have to be able to discipline yourself on the in-between times. It's not going to be easy. Some of it is not going to be fun, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. Do you understand me? Because discipline is not only for just your goals. Discipline is for yourself. And if you ever decide to have kids, being able to teach your kids discipline is something that we also need. Because if we don't have discipline, how's anybody else? How are our future generations gonna have discipline? And discipline is not a bad thing. Consistency is not a bad thing. It's good to be consistent. It's good to be disciplined. You don't have to be rigorous with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Okay? But this is all just one big dream in my mind. Because there are worlds we can't see. There are things we don't understand. This is a fever dream. So learning to not control, because you can't control how things work. Learning to flow with the universe or God or whatever it is that you believe in, whatever higher power or source that you believe in. Learning to get in connection with that and understand the bigger picture, because a lot of us are so focused on ourselves and we're this big. You're so zoomed into your life and you think so much is going on in your life. Zoom the fuck out. Zoom out. See what's going on in the universe. Do you understand why we're here? Like, do you understand what's going on our planet right now? Are you kidding me? Like, there's a bigger picture that a lot of us are waking up to, but some of us are still missing. So whatever your goals are, once you get, this is why I say meditation and visualization are very, very helpful and important tools to use during this time of transmutation or transitioning into a higher version of yourself. If you're watching my channel, that's what you're doing. you're essentially ascending your consciousness into a higher level of being able to have discipline and being able to fit yourself in this bigger picture that we have no control over. It's hard. It's very fucking hard, and it's very, rigorous sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. Just do what makes you the most fulfilled and the most happy. Don't do what everybody else is doing just because, you want to get rich because everybody else wants to get rich, or you want kids because everybody else wants kids, and you want to get married because everybody else wants to get married. Do what you need to do. Do what makes you happy. Genuinely, what genuinely lights a fire in your stomach. Do what makes you passionate. Follow that. Okay, it would never lead you astray. As long as your heart and your mind are in the right place. All I'm going to say about that. But I think I hit everything I wanted to. Let me just go back over and make sure. Oh yeah, ways to stay consistent. You have to be focused on yourself. I'm sorry, this is going to sound really shitty. Some people are not going to like that I'm saying this, but the problem with a lot of people is that they feel the need to constantly be around other people because they're scared of being alone, or they don't feel like they have enough time to accomplish what it is they actually want to accomplish because they don't have enough time. Let me tell you something. There are 24 hours in a day. There are, oh God, I don't even know how many hours. Hold on. How many hours are in a month?
730.49 hours.
730 hours in a month. And you don't have enough time to do what it is that you want to do for yourself. Get the fuck out of my face. I hate hearing that. I'm like, you're such a dimwit. Why would you say that? Like, if you don't have enough time to make time for yourself, forget it. Forget this video. Forget it. Fuck it. Like, there's no excuse. When it comes to yourself, there should be no excuse. None whatsoever. Unless, you have kids and you're a caretaker for somebody else, like you're genuinely responsible for somebody else that cannot be responsible for themselves, fine, whatever. But if you're just messing around with your friends all the time and you don't have time to do what it is that you want to do, you don't have time to meditate, you don't have time to visualize, make time for yourself. Don't give me none of that, I don't have time. Yes, you do. You're just lazy and you don't want to do it. That's an excuse. I can't stand that. And I used to be that way too. I don't have time. Girl, please, make some. And it doesn't even have to be like a whole entire day. You could just literally take out an hour of your day and make that for yourself. Make that for visualizing. Make that for meditation. Make that for scripting and journaling what it is you want, and making sure, putting in the hours, putting in the time, and putting in the effort, because you are not going to get anywhere by not putting in hours and not putting in time. It does not happen that way. Trust me. You cannot sit on your ass all day and expect the universe to give you what you want on a silver platter. It does not work that way. It never will. Not on this plane of reality, at least. And that's the whole reason why we're here, is because in this space-time reality, things take time to catch up with you. That's why when you manifest and you feel that feeling of, I feel it, like I already have everything that I want. That's why it takes time to get here, because our world is so dense and condensed that the frequency and the energy that you're putting out there takes time to ripple effect out and ripple effect back to you, but it will come back to you. Everything that you do comes back to you. That is karma. And karma goes both ways. If you do something productive for yourself, if you do something good, if you're trying to evolve yourself, that will come back to you tenfold. But if you are being lazy and if you make lazy things and doing things, I don't know, if you make lazy your consistency, that's what's going to come back to you. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. What do you expect? That may be a hard truth, a hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth. And I say this with love because I want you guys to understand that your actions, every little action that you take, every thought that you think, every word that you say has a ripple effect. It will come back. And it's not like, oh, it'll come back and bite you in the ass or it'll come back and ruin your life. Like, no, it depends on how far you take it. In my life, I have learned that it's easier to be honest. It's easier to do what it is that I want to do because in the long run, it's going to pay off. It's easier to hang around people that do love and support me, that do cherish my time and my energy, that don't take me for granted because they know the work that I do and how I desire to help them. It's easier to be a better person than it is to be a shitty person and lie to people all the time and make shit up and be around narcissistic people that only want the best for themselves and not for anybody else, or envious people or jealous people. It's easier to be around good energy and in good energy and in successful energy. You just have to get out of that zone, that little funky zone that we all are in sometimes, where we're around people that are rude and they're jealous and they're just nasty, ugly people. Like, not even the outside of them is ugly, just like your inside is fucking disgusting. Like, how could you treat people like that? And being, inconsistent with the things you're doing where you don't feel fulfilled, it's hard to do that. And it's hard to let yourself go to that point where you don't care about anything that's going on, or you don't consider the people that you're hanging around, and you don't consider the actions that you're taking, the money you're spending, what you're spending. This could go on forever. My whole point with me saying this little speech is shift your mind, shift your focus, shift it, because that will make everything so much fucking easier for you to stay consistent and stay on top of your ish when you're not worried about what everybody else is doing. Fuck Krishan, Rock, and Blueface, whatever the hell they have going on. Fuck them. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about none of that shit. Focus on you and what you have going on. Focus on what you want to achieve, and it will come to you. Does that make any sense? I think that's all the tidbits I have for you guys today. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this video, and give it a like or give it a thumbs up, because there will be a lot more coming to this. So you should probably subscribe to my channel and put the bell icon on so you never miss when I post a video. Okay, my lovelies, and that is all that's it. So if you have any more questions, comments, concerns, you can leave them in the comment box below. And I will definitely see my little lovely baddies and daddies on the next one. I love you. I love you guys. Bye.